Stewardship with SNB.
Hello, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to a program Stewardship with SNB from the studios of Rstv in Port Harcourt. Today we're going to take a cursory look at what played out at the Supreme Court during the week, where the pro-Wike group are celebrating that they have won a case, and then the pro-Fubara group are taking it easy, knowing what is ahead of time. It's an interplay of politics and law, and then disinformation, misinformation, and of course frustration on some people. But today, my guest, who is in the studio, a senior lecturer in the Department of Biochemistry, Uniport, and of course a former citizen chairman of Obiakpon local government area, Professor CHUKWU, will take a holistic look at what really transpired at the Supreme Court on that day. Professor CHUKWU, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right, before we go further, let's take a listen to Femi Falana, one of the lawyers on the side of the governor of Rivers State, who spoke to the press immediately after the Supreme Court dismissed the application brought before it by the governor of Fubara. Let's take a listen.
As you are well aware, we filed an appeal against the judgment of the Court of Appeal in respect of the budget of the state. The budget has since expired. We are now talking of 2025 budget, but that appeal had to do with 2024 budget. Secondly, with respect to the defection, the legislators, it was after the judgment of the High Court, and the Court of Appeal, that they defected. So the question of their defection is now pending before the Federal Court in Port Harcourt. So, and that is why we withdrew the appeal on the ground that it has been overtaken by events. Alright? So it was our own, we withdrew the appeal contrary to the misinformation that had been created in the minds of Nigerians. We withdrew the appeal, and that is the normal thing, to have it dismissed because we have joint issues. That's what?
So having withdrawn it, does it not mean that America remains the speaker?
No. He has defected. After the judgment of the law, he has defected. And that is being challenged now in the Federal High Court. Thank you. As you are well aware, we filed an appeal against the judgment of the Court of Appeal in respect of the budget of the state. The budget has since expired. We are now talking of 2025 budget, but that appeal had to do with 2024 budget. Secondly, with respect to the defection, the legislators, it was after the judgment of the High Court, and the Court of Appeal, that they defected. So the question of their defection is now pending before the Federal Court in Port Harcourt. So, and that is why we withdrew the appeal on the ground that it has been overtaken by events. Alright? So it was our own, we withdrew the appeal contrary to the misinformation that had been created in the minds of Nigerians. We withdrew the appeal, and that is the normal thing, to have it dismissed because we have joint issues. That's what?
So having withdrawn it, does it not mean that America remains the speaker?
No. He has defected. After the judgment of the law, he has defected, and that is being challenged now in the Federal High Court. Thank you.
Stewardship with SNB.
So if you have just joined us, I'm in the studio live with Professor CHUKWU. Professor CHUKWU is a senior lecturer by the Chemistry Department, University of Port Harcourt, and of course the former CTC chairman of Obiakpon local government area. Professor CHUKWU, once again, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you for having me.
You may have listened to Femi Falana, who is on the side of the governor of the state, one of the lawyers. He has explained what actually transpired, the dismissal by the Supreme Court of the appeal brought before it and of course the decision by the team of lawyers on the side of the governor to withdraw that application or something. Now, if Femi Falana's explanation is anything to go by, why are the Amiwele group, the Pro-Wike group, celebrating that they have won a case?
Well, that is their character. It is in them to have what we may refer to as premature ejaculation. Yes. The senior advocate of Nigeria stated it clearly. The withdrawal of the matter, that is the appeal they were rejoicing, okay, it's not an act of defeat. Rather, it is a legal and is just born out of legal and administrative procedure. That when an event has been overtaken, like we are talking about 2025 fiscal budget now that is being implemented, then the budget that was withdrawn, the appeal that was withdrawn was that of 2024 that has been expended to the betterment of River State, that the budget has been expended fully, have been used to infrastructurally develop River State. You know, that budget has been, events has overtaken it. So that is the reason why that appeal was withdrawn. And of course, it is in line with even Order 11, Rule 14 of the Supreme Court rules, that a matter that has abstained its relevance can be withdrawn. Considering the fact that there are certain changes, okay, changes that have necessitated it. At this point in time now, we are talking about 2024 budget, 2025 budget. So, I mean, it is the right thing the legal team did was to withdraw the appeal, because it has overstayed its relevance. It can be regarded as an academic exercise. I have heard them make insinuations that how can it be regarded as an academic exercise when probably the house that passed the budget is not legitimate. Is their house legitimate? Remember that the Motor Show's ruling came before their defection. And now, their defection matter is pending in the Federal High Court in River State, in Port Harcourt here. That matter has not been decided, because by the virtue of the fact that they have defected, they have lost their position, and they should know that and know peace, that they are no longer lawmakers in this state. And the remaining lawmakers have been performing their rightful duty religiously and legitimately. So the issue of withdrawal of the appeal, okay, in the Supreme Court is legal and is administrative, and it's accepted within the Supreme Court rules. It's accepted.
Okay, so what, in your opinion, would you say are the political losses on the part of the Rstv government in relation to the withdrawal of this case, in relation to the 2024 budget? Are there any political losses?
There is no loss at all. I can't see any loss. The only thing is that there is no loss, because the 2024 budget, the impact, the positive impacts are being felt across all the nooks and crannies in the state. Are you talking about education, agriculture, infrastructural development roads? Then is it welfare of civil servants, health, the health centers that are being reactivated and all that? The positive impact are being felt everywhere. That is, I'm talking about the positive impact of 2024 budget that is being felt. So there is no loss. River State stands nothing to lose by withdrawing from.
But do you think the Supreme Court was fair to all parties, having known that the 2024 budget cycle had expired?
If they were fair.
Yeah, because they asked the Fubara group, the Fubara lawyers, to pay a fine of 2 million naira?
No. See, that fine.
Can we get a clarification?
That fine. Let me say this. Some people, you see, it is because of that fine that
The celebration is
the other group were celebrating, but they were celebrating in ignorance. I can tell you that that celebration is in ignorance. Even traditionally in our communities, if you take a case before the Council of Chiefs, okay, and that case you take before the Council of Chiefs, okay, and the Council of Chiefs, the elders, have fixed a date for the matter, and of course, if there are reasons why that matter should be withdrawn, or if events have overtaken that matter, when you go to the Council of Chiefs to say, look, this matter I brought here has been overtaken by events. See, the reason why they also I'm withdrawing this matter. They'll say, oh, okay, no problem. Even though the matter has been overtaken by events, but you have made us to gather. You will entertain us. You will bring drink. We can't gather here for free. You bring drink for us to, you understand? Because they will see that for the fact that they have gathered. In Ikwere land where I come from, we call it Ochilizongada. Ochilizongada means
rising.
Rising. You make the text rise. And for that you bring drink.
It's traditional.
It's traditional. So that thing Supreme Court did is traditional because Supreme Court is we are from.
It was not to apportion blame.
No, it's not apportion blame.
To the governor.
To the governor or to the legatee. No, it's not apportion blame at all. Because even them, they know that it is enshrined in their rules. So I have mentioned here, even I'm not a lawyer, you know, unfortunately everybody today, everybody today is turning to be a lawyer, a judge, but from political angle, and of course, we too can read. We can read their rules and regulations. Order 11, Rule 14 of their own Supreme Court rule made it clear that a matter that has stayed that have overstayed the relevance can be withdrawn, in as much as there are prevailing changes. In this case, now the prevailing changes that.
Why didn't the Army Group? Why didn't their lawyers advise them to also withdraw their defense, knowing that even if the case was in their favor, it would have been executed in retrospectively?
Why will they advise them when you see when the reason I am not the reason is best known to them, but that would have been the right thing to do. So since they didn't do it, the lawyers defending the state did it because it is the right thing to do. So they should stop that premature ejaculation. It will pay them no good.
All right, Prof. Your party, the APC, although you are said to be simplified APC, has taken the state government to court in respect of the recently concluded local government elections, and that it should be annulled. It's before the Supreme Court. Your party took the APP, and of course the River State government. The local government elections are held.
My party didn't take River State government APC to court.
APC was a joint.
No. That APC you're talking about.
I just want to get your take. I just want to have your take on the matter.
It's not
your party.
It's not.
You're of APC.
I am of APC, and the chairman of APC in River State is Chief Emeka Bekee.
So you're of APC 1 or APC 2?
No, there is nothing like APC 1 or APC 2. We have a judgment.
Kucha is at it again.
Well, yes, he's at it again because he is being supported by the National Working Committee of the APC to carry out this impunity here. But administratively and legally speaking, okay, the state party chairman and the ESCO of APC and the preponderance of APC members here are in tandem. They
make up the case tenure still subsisting.
It is still subsisting till sometimes October this year.
Oh, really?
Of course. And of course, not just that it is still subsisting. We have a legal backing that they have not vacated. A legal backing here that, look, you can't remove a duly elected ESCO for no reason. For no reason. So that is not APC. Those people are what the people I may regard as PDAPC members that are being used from Abuja to destabilize APC here. The APC River State is in agreement with the developmental strides of His Excellency Governor Seminala Efubara. In fact, APC also participated in the election. So why should they go to? Why should they be?
If the Tunukocha's APC is not known to law, why has the Supreme Court recognized it and welcomed its petition to annul the recently held local government elections?
until the Supreme Court gives a decision, then that is when we will know the reason why they, these I see courts of laws, court of law. I see them as a river. Whatever that gets in there, the river will accept until a final decision. There is no way, except we no longer have laws, except we no longer have courts. There is no way the Supreme Court will give them judgment in favor of what? How? When they know that they are not legally, they are not lawfully constituted. We have a legally and lawfully constituted school that is still running.
So how will the Supreme Court treat them?
I don't know how
they are not legally constituted. But the Supreme Court has welcomed a petition from them.
That Supreme Court welcome petition from them has Supreme Court ruled on the matter. They have not decided on the matter. Wait until they decide the matter. Wait until they decide the matter.
It gives rise to the next question, Prof. While he held as the APC chairman in the state, CHUKWU said he was not going to participate. His APC was not going to participate in the October 2024 elections. Why has he gone to court on a matter he voluntarily withdrew himself? Why do you think he went to court?
Is it not what you people that those who that went to school call double standard? He knew he had no authority to speak on behalf of APC. APC went into the election. APC went into that local government election, participated in that election.
But CHUKWU APC didn't go to the election.
No, the APC participated. So his faction of APC is not recognized by law. I have told you here, I mentioned it here. They are not recognized by law. And Rivers APC only know of APC under the leadership of Chief Emeka Bekele.
Is Rivers APC in isolation from the national APC?
Well,
does it exist in isolation?
If the matters are still in court, if the national APC, if the national OPC is going against their own rules and regulations, if the national APC is going against the law of the country, the constitution of the country, is APC, will any political party's constitution be higher and bigger than that of the constitution of the Nigeria? Parties come and go, but the constitution of Nigeria remains until amended. So all parties, their rules and regulations, their laws must flow with that of the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So where a party is acting against the constitution, then they are unlawful. So that is what the National Working Committee of my great party is doing. That's what they are doing. And as a matter of fact, they are destroying the party instead of building the party. They are personalizing the party, and that will be the albatross of the party.
So the CHUKWU APC going to court against the local government elections is null and void.
It's not and void. It's not and void. They are on their own. AP is not known to AP's River States.
All right, let's move forward. If you count the number of months and years the governor has spent, by May this year, it will be 2 years in office. Do you see the opposition giving him a breathing space in 2 years of administration? They have been tormented. Do you see them giving a breathing space?
No, they won't. I don't see them giving him a breathing space because, in as much as they thought that the governor would fail, and surprisingly, the governor is doing perfectly well in all areas, in all spheres of administration. The governor is doing perfectly well. So they are not happy about it. So what they are doing now is to look for avenues to pull the governor down, to pull the administration down. Okay? Unfortunately, they are not doing it rightly. And they are not doing it well because their criticism is not constructive. All they are doing is to see way to hijack power, and what they want to do with that power is what I do not understand. But my joy is that an average Rivers indigene or resident knows, in fact identifies with the president, with the governor of Rivers State. The support for the governor is organic. It is not a support based on pecuniary benefits or whatever. It is support and loyalty that is true and pure. based on what the man stands for, based on his peaceful disposition, and based on his performance. Based on his performance all round. So the opposition in the state are merely wasting their time, because you see, let me tell you, the opposition in the state today, they are not interested in good administration. They are not interested in sustainable development. All they're interested is in grabbing power. Their own is grab power by whatever means, run with it. And
to where? Run with it to where?
I run to their various bedrooms, and not to their whims and caprices, and not to do what the people want. So they will fail.
Okay, Prof, you are not of the PDP.
No, not
you
at
are
all.
of APC, even though your APC is divided.
Yeah.
It's in factions in River State.
Yeah.
But you're a politician. You're aware of what is happening in the PDP national.
Yes.
The national chairman of PDP, Damagong, suddenly took a sudden twist, in the ongoing political conflict in River State. What do you have to say about it? He seemed to have supported the defection of Ameuli.
I'm thinking that thing people saw on social media play there, I'm thinking that is an old video. That is what my mind is telling me, that it may be an old video. Before he was...
He has not disputed it.
But if it is a new video, then that is God's work. If it is a new video. But be it as it may, whether it is old or new, he was stating the fact there. Whether it is old or new, okay, nobody can say that, oh, social media at work, probably it was manipulated. His voice directly. What he said there is clear and truthful. So I don't know, and that is the position of the law. That's the position of law. The position of the law. It is unfortunate that PDP national has allowed itself to be used. It is unfortunate, but I'm also happy that the board of trustees of that party, and of course majority of their members of National Working Committee, are now standing to the challenge. Even though it is late, for me I see it as late, because they have allowed this decadence, this decay for a long time. They've allowed it. A situation where they knew quite well that the leadership of APC is using some of their own key people to destroy their party, and they are clapping hand or laughing or handling the matter lightly with kid glove. It is appalling. It's appalling. They woke up very late. But it is better to wake up late than not to wake up at all. So, but I think that if they put their house in order, they may come up strong. Yeah, if they put their houses, and the only way they can put their houses in order and come up stronger is to expel those known APC surrogates that are there to destroy their party. They know them. Highly placed people, including the Damagon himself, they know that these people are there. They have been bought over. They are there to destroy the PDP. So that PDP will not be a platform of opposition. Do you understand? And they have been taking it this thing. So the earlier they fish out those caliber of people, personally they are very influential people, because I will not have a doubt, I will not be surprised if they are heavily sponsored.
All right, you'll not be surprised if they are heavily sponsored. We'll take a short break, and when we return, Professor CHUKWU will take us through more about Rivers politics and the Supreme Court stands during the week. Stay with us.
Stewardship with SNB.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it all about?
Beckoning on you occupying that public office to give account of your stewardship.
To be that quiet, who is the executive governor of this state, and is the leader and head of our party.
Politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor leads, whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that I've accepted to follow. will be taken for my witness. I will surprise them.
Watch Stewardship at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. Stewardship with SNB, a new trajectory to broadcast journalism. Join us.
Monkeypox or Mpox is an infectious disease caused by the monkeypox virus. It can cause a painful rash, enlarged lymph nodes, fever, headache, muscle ache, back pain, and low energy.
Mpox spread from an infected person to an uninfected person through skin-to-skin contact, kissing, sex, and contact with body fluids, including saliva.
Monkeypox can also be transmitted by sharing sharp objects and also from a mother to a child during pregnancies and childbirth. It can also be transmitted by sharing clothes with an infected person.
Monkeypox can also be transmitted from an infected animal to humans. Contracting monkeypox during pregnancy can be dangerous to the fetus or unborn infant and can lead to pregnancy loss, stillbirth, death of the newborn, and complications for the mother.
Now, common symptoms of Mpox are rashes, fever, sore throat, headache, muscle ache, back pain, low energy, and swollen limb.
Children, people with low immune system, men having sex with men, and those with multiple sex partners, including close family friends that are infected.
Remember, monkeypox has no cure but is preventable. So if you or any member of your household observes any of the symptoms mentioned above, please go to the nearest hospital.
This message is from the Rivers State Ministry of Health.
Stewardship with SNB.
Alright, if you have just joined us, the program is Stewardship with SNB and can only be watched on GoTV channel 142 and of course on our social media handles such as YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. And my guest hasn't changed. Professor CHUKWU is a senior lecturer Biochemistry Department, University of Port Harcourt, and of course a former CTC chairman in Obia local government area. Professor CHUKWU, welcome again to our program.
Thank you, Braid.
All right, with party politics, not only your party, because you are a politician, as it relates to the Rivers situation. Now, do you think the PDP's national leadership insistence that Governor Fubara is the leader of the PDP in Rivers State will change the way the party operates in Rivers State?
Sure.
Tell us about it.
Sure, it will. Because, the acting chairman, Dr. Nnamdi Ewo, is a seasoned politician and a respected gentleman who is an administrator. So I see him and his team being able to reposition PDP in Rivers State. If both board of trustees of the party and the National Working Committee of PDP stand by them, I see them being able to reposition the party, their party.
Okay.
Yes, so because, and let me not, I don't want to mince words here. This is not time for politics, this is time for governance. We're not talking about politics now. But you see, everybody will yearn for a political system that is all-inclusive, that allows people to breathe and express their views or opinions. So it will be a good thing for Rivers people if the PDP in Rivers State will be properly repositioned, if the ugly hands of those who want to be here and there, is completely off. I think it will give room for an average Riversman to express himself.
All right, so in your opinion, who is the PDP chairman of Rivers State? Ewo. Or Chukwemeke
Ewo.
And why?
Ewo. The reason is that, first of all, remember that before their Congress, the court, a competent court of law, gave, I think, is it a ruling that asking them not to proceed with the Congress. There was a decision like that.
The CHUKWU group.
Yes, the CHUKWU group not to proceed with the Congress. And even after that, another court also nullified the Congress they did. Okay? So what that means is that in the eyes of the law, Congress hasn't taken place in the states at all. The PDP Congress hasn't taken place in the states. So probably that could be the reason why they constituted a caretaker committee, which Nandewa is the chairman, because the purported Congress PDP had here is null and void and can't stand the test of time. Can't stand the test. If you look at,
but it appears he doesn't have the national recognition, does he?
Ewo will have. See, let me tell you. Yes, let me tell you. If you, it is step by step. If you watch what is happening at the National Working Committee, they are divided, okay. But majority is on the side of positive change, and they have started implementing it. But if you look at the war happening with the secretaryship of their national party, the national party. Now, is it surprising to you that Ude Okoye has been accepted by both of their board of trustee and national working team? They have affirmed the court decision about Ude being their national secretary. So it's now a unanimous decision because of what? Majority have. So they are starting from there. They may be starting from there. I don't see the current National Working Committee today as it is and BOT recognizing any other party organ in River State other than the one being chaired by Dr. Nandewa. I don't see it. Right. And it is the best thing for them. It's the best thing for them to do. Otherwise, those of us in APC will continue for there to be, continue to pray for there to be crisis in their party. You understand? But
to your advantage.
To our advantage.
All right. Now, considering Damagong's utterances recently, could it be that he has fallen out with Wiki, or there is an undercurrent conspiracy with the FCT minister, in very high places?
Well, let me say this. Let me repeat this. That for me, that video clip
is most current.
If it is most current, then probably the Spirit of God has descended on the man. The Spirit of truth has descended on him. At least for once in his life, he should speak the truth. And I will not.
Maybe he has so much pressure from the governors.
And no, maybe pressure from the governors forum, and also pressure from the north. Don't forget the fact that Damagong is from the north. There is a way they play their politics. Did some of them believe here that Tambawa at the end of the day would do what he did in their national congress? You see, the truth is always glaring. The truth is always glaring. The northerners are not people you can use like that. At the point you need them mostly, they will just show you their back. More so when what you are doing is against their own interest. And when it is also against natural justice. Like as in this case. Okay? So for me, if truly that video clip I listened to is a recent video clip, then I think that it is a good development. Whether it is pressure from Governor Forum, whether it's pressure from North, but what I know is that the cry of ordinary people, the cry of ordinary citizens of River State, ordinary citizens of River State that are being held captive by these people who feel that they have contrived River State, they have bought River State, that River State is now their personal estate. Ordinary cries of Rivers people will always count. Because remember that they say the voice of men is the voice of God. You understand? Rivers man, 99.9% of Rivers man need one liberation. One liberation. And that is why, as God has sent our governor, it's God that sent him. Remember that me, I didn't support him for governorship. I supported my party. I supported architectural code. Yes, I supported, that was who I campaigned for. But you see, election has come and gone, and what has played has played. And that thing has made us to realize that, look, this man is God sent. And that is why even those of us who did not work for him are even supporting him more now. Why are you supporting him? And come 2027, we will champion his campaign.
All right, come 2027, you will champion his campaign. Those
Yes.
of you who are on the APC on the other side of the divide.
Eh?
Those of you who are on the
No, for your information, let me tell you, the politics we are playing in Rivers State now is not party politics. Because Rivers interest first. Rivers interest will come first before any political
that's
party.
the mantra of the government.
Yes,
That's
and that's the matter of God. Rivers interest will come first before any political party. And I assure you that Rivers interest today is for Governor Fubara's continuity, irrespective of the political party. And we will be in our very political party and ensure that that comes to pass. Yes.
All right. Former Governor Wike has not officially declared for the APC, but he controls a significant faction of the APC in Rivers State. Do you foresee that happening in 2025? 2027 or 2027?
In as much as the National Working Committee of the APC have decided to sell Rivers State, in as much as they have decided to sell Rivers State, I do not see much changing. But for us, genuine members of APC, we will remain in the APC. We will continue to cry. We will continue to drive our rights. We will continue to insist for our rights. Okay? Because it is our inalienable right. We have a right to belong to a political party. And there was election Congress, and this Congress, there is no other Congress has taken place. Okay? Until probably end of this year, when the Emeka Beke's tenure will elapse and there will be Congress, then we'll take it from there. Okay. But for now, the interest of Rivers people first is continuity of His Excellency Governor Fubara.
Or interested. All right, let's take a look at Wike as a person. Now, with Wike gradually losing grip of the structure, the PDP structure in Rivers State, do you expect his power to wane down in Abuja and of course in Rivers State as well?
Well, he derives his power from the presidency. Don't forget about that.
Not from the people?
Not from the people.
He claims it from the people?
No, not from the people. He derives, it is Governor Fubara that derives his power from the people. And that is why he has this kind of organic support. The man you mentioned derived his power from the president, and by the factor of fact that he's FCT minister. Let him be dropped today as FCT minister. And let him not have access to presidency.
His money will work for him.
Huh?
His money will work for him.
To what extent now? To what extent?
He's amassed quite an
my
appreciable amount of
dear
money.
brother, leave it.
So whether presidential powers or not, his money
No.
will work for him.
No. The first thing that is counting for him is not a quantum of wealth he has acquired. It is the power he is deriving from the presidency. That is the most important thing. If he loses that power, that money may not help you. I am telling you, that money may not help you. That money may not help you.
So do you foresee his power wane down in Rivers State and of course in Abuja too?
Well, first of all, in Rivers State,
because he's said to be losing grip of the
in Rivers State, from the first day he came open to make his intention open to people, that probably the essence of supporting our amiable governor is to use him to attain a third tenure. From the very day this intent was made open, he started losing grip in Rivers State. And truly speaking, he has lost a lot of ground in Rivers State. But I don't think he has lost any ground in Abuja. Because the power that be in Abuja, remember that they have this mantra. They believe in grabbing power by any means and running with it. There is no sense of decorum. If you like, shout and cry. It's none of their business until they change that style. So I don't trust the power in Abuja. because in as much as they want to,
Prof, let's just sorry to cut it. Let's just hear from a caller who has been on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Oh, can you hear us? Can you stay away from your TV set? Oh, we lost him. Please, you may call us back and then stay away from your TV set or turn down the volume of your TV set. All right.
You know, so like I was saying,
we're talking about the power.
The power in Abuja, the power, yes, in Rivers State has went down, but in Abuja it won't. In as much as he is still in tandem, he's still in the same position with the presidency. Because we have a presidency today that believes that by hook or by crook. So in Abuja, yes, the influence is still there, but it cannot translate here. But I think it is high time the power in Abuja, you know, allows peace to reign. And it is high time, I don't know, but I think it is high time they call some of them to order.
All right, Prof, I want you to speak truth to power. Truth to this question I want to ask you. That until the Supreme Court rules on the 27th lawmakers' defection, whatever peace that is achieved in Rivers State political crisis is false. True or false?
What peace are you even talking about?
But there are plans to make peace with there was a presidential peace pact that failed.
Well, that failed. So what other peace?
The clergymen also intervened. It failed. Traditional rulers intervened. It failed.
The clergymen and the traditional rulers some people don't have respect for. You know, so the problem in Rivers State lies on the pendency of this matter in Federal High Court, the one that has to do with the legitimacy of the 27 lawmakers, defected lawmakers. Until that matter is decided to its finality, Rivers State will still be in this.
Talking about the defection, do you think that the Supreme Court will be fair enough to call a spade a spade?
If they
are by Section 109G, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended.
That states what?
Of course, that talks about the defection of a lawmaker who went to power on a particular political party
and then defects without any
crisis and reduction.
Yes. So if you and I know that that provision of the Constitution as amended is clear, what is very clear, not ambiguous. So what are we talking about? Supreme Court will end up ridiculing themselves if they say anything otherwise.
Do you think anything will influence the Supreme Court judges on the day of pronouncing who is the winner and who is the vanquished?
The Supreme Court judges should do the right thing, and they know what the right thing is. They should look at the provisions of the Constitution which they stand to interpret and do the right thing. Anything outside that will ridicule them before the country and international community. Let me tell you, this our matter is before the international community. This case is before the international community. If you watch, Nigeria is gradually losing respect before the international community. It is activities like this that will even worsen the situation if, for instance, the Supreme Court decides to look the other way. But I don't think they will.
The Supreme Court is the highest court of the land.
It is the highest court of the land.
If it rules in favor of Amir would you be disappointed?
If I'll be disappointed. Not only me, Rivers people, Nigeria will be disappointed.
What will they do?
What they will do? Don't worry. I don't know. Because you ask me what will I do? Because I'm not in the minds of people.
So you say they'll be disappointed.
They will be disappointed.
What they're thinking.
They'll be disappointed. And what they will do, I do not know. But one thing that my mind tells me is that they may not take it kindly. You know, action and reaction are equal, and the action and reaction, they are opposites. They move opposite but are equal in reaction. That is, action and reaction, they are equal, but move in opposite direction. You know, so the action you take today would decide the reaction people will take. For instance, you bring a child, you flog a child. Will you stop the child from crying? You don't stop the child from crying. You flogging a child is a cause. Is a cause. Then the child crying is an effect of the cause. It's action and reaction. So the way Rivers people will cry is what I don't know, the way Amara they will cry. But I think I'm not envisaging that at all. I am not.
So what do you think we should do to have a semblance of peace, political peace in River State, or political stability in River State?
No, the Supreme Court should do the right thing. That's all. The Supreme Court. I was at the Polo Club. I was present on that fateful Sunday at the Polo Club when the 27 of them were received.
Okay, you were there to receive them.
I was there to receive them. I was one of those that received them. I was at the podium that day. I shook hands with Right Honorable Martin Samuel. I shook hands. Some the video clips where I didn't have my personal video. The video clips were everywhere. Our national legal advisor, some of our national representatives came there. They were there that day. In fact, if they bring the video there, they will even capture where I was. I was there. As a member of the party, I was happy to receive them in our party. And that was why I went to the Polo Club that day. They came in a bus. It's not something somebody told me. I was personally there.
There are no two political parties when it comes to the name of a party. APC is APC at the national and at the state level. What level of support is Rivers APC giving to the governor in this fight?
Oh, the APC members in Rivers State is giving the governor a maximum support. See, watch from the 23 local government areas. Most of the activists today, watch their route is APC. I am telling you, just watch most people that are standing by the governor today, supporting governor, dispelling unfounded rumors and whatever, are members of APC. Many of them are members of APC. And let me say this, they are not doing this because of what they intend to get from Governor Fubara or what they are getting from Governor Fubara. Many of them have not seen Fubara one-on-one. Many of them are not even in touch with the local government chairman. But you see, we know what will pass through in APC because we love River State. Now that River State is in the hands of a peace-loving man, a gentle man, a man that has peaceful disposition, a man that, that is God-fearing, and a man that is using the resources emanating from River State to develop River State. We are all happy. We are all happy. We don't want River State. We don't want to go back to Egypt, to go back to where it was coming from for the past 8 years or thereabout. No, we don't want that kind of a river state that here people can't speak freely. You dare not speak freely. Even when you're you're right, either your hotel will be demolished or you can't. And now everybody is feeling free to speak, to criticize, to do this. You have that piece. And again, no matter how you abuse the governor, he will still come to your place and cross a road. He will still come to your place and cross a road. This is a governor who realizes that, look, he has a social contract with the people. And that it is incumbent upon him to bring about sustainable development in the state. You can imagine, despite the distractions from left, right, and center, the man is still focused. He's still focused in the deliverance of the dividend of democracy. And that is why you see, let me tell you, the performance of the local government chairman today is because they are looking at the dancing step of the governor. If you look at the local government chairman today, there is a competition amongst them on who will outperform the other. There's a competition. And I pity those who cannot compete. Because most of them are actually doing well. Because they're emulating the governor, who is the head of the state, even though they are from different political party. And you see, this is a governor that will tolerate chairmen that are not of the same political party with him. Chairmen that are not, how many governors can tolerate that? He's at peace with them.
So if you have opportunity to come face to face with Governor Fubara, what would you be telling him with what is happening in Rivers State?
Yes, I will tell him not to be deterred, to be focused, to be more focused the way he's focused, that he should be focused. Okay? They be focused that Rivers State are happy with what he's doing, that he should do more. That he should do more. In fact, I would have told him, if I had, I'll tell him that I'm so happy the statement he made the other day that the Calabari ethnic nationality visited him. When you see, oh God, as a dawn in the university, you know, creating campuses, these campuses, using a campus that was originally built, intended for another thing, another school. You are not converting it to a campus. No, we still, if you go to Rivers State University, we still have space, okay? To develop. We still have you gone, see, you know, if you go to some higher institutions, you see a high-rising block.
So are you suggesting those
those
satellite campuses are useless?
They are useless. They should be closed down and used for the. In fact, for me, I want to advise. I have told the Commissioner of Education. I want to, if I have opportunity to see the, I'll tell them that look, Ndele should be used for Rivers State College of Education. See, let me tell you, since Ignatius Ajoro was upgraded, since Rivers State College was upgraded to university, we have lost a middle, that is, we have lost a kind of manpower. That is why if you go to primary and secondary schools today, these schools are bereft of teachers. It is because we don't have a college of education. Because if we have a functioning college of education, those on their NCE teaching practice at least will go for teaching practices, and they will populate.
It is all about the teaching pedagogy.
Exactly. They will populate these schools, because from time to time they will go for teaching practice, and teaching practice does not last anything less than 3 months. At least within those 3 months, okay, all of them will go to different primary and secondary schools, and when they graduate, they will be posted to these schools. So apart from the fact that we are losing a statutory allocation of 400 million naira every year, because to each college of education in this state, in this country, that fund gives 400. They have a statutory allocation of 400 million every year. So now Rivers State here, we lose it because we don't have a college of education, and now we are even losing more because of the manpower that is supposed to be churned out by that college of education. Okay, then what about their teachers? It will create job. It will close this gap of not having teachers in our primary and secondary school. Right, so if I have a, I'll tell him that look, that in Delhi should be reconverted to Rivers State College of Education.
This question I want to ask you may be tricky, so be careful the way you answer it. I want to ask you a closing question.
Go ahead.
Is Iwaraha Igbo?
If Iwaraha is Igbo, it's not a matter of being tricky. Let me tell you one thing, okay? I don't think Iwaraha is Igbo or Igbo is Iwaraha. What I know is that there is a reasonable relationship between the Igbos and Ikweres.
Okay.
There's a reasonable relationship between the Igbos and Ikweres. I am not saying historically and everything, there's a reasonable relationship. I'm not saying Igbo migrated from Ikwere, Ikwere migrated from Igbo. But what I'm saying is that, I'm not saying that Ikwere is Igbo or Igbo is Ikwere, but what I'm saying is that look it from north to south, east to west, we have a reasonable relationship.
So, are you Igbo? You are an Iwaraha son. Are you also Igbo? Since you have a reasonable relationship with the Igbos, are you Igbo?
That we have a reasonable relationship does not mean that I am. But what I know is that we are very close, we are related.
All right. Let me not belabor you
with
the Iwaraha question.
Yes.
Igbo Iwaraha question. Maybe some other time we can.
Meanwhile, I congratulated Senator John Mbata on his ascension of or his position as a
President General.
Yes, because for me as an individual, I see nothing wrong about that.
All right, so we'll get to all of that maybe when next we invite you as a Wura son on this subject matter. That was Professor Lawrence CHUKWU, Senior Lecturer, Biochemistry Department, University of Port Harcourt, and of course, our former CTC Chairman of Obiakpon Local Government Area. Professor CHUKWU, thank you so much for your time with us.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
All right, that's it on our program. Join us again tomorrow. We shall bring you another guest on a different topic, maybe on the political situation in Rivers State. Thank you for being a part of it. I am Solomon Nelson Bray. Bye-bye.